maybe somewhere you're only going to visit once, and then when you get home, you're having a conversation with someone and they hear about where you went, and they say, oh, did you see this, or did you go visit this place? And they mention something that sounds really amazing, but you didn't go there because you didn't know about it, and so you missed out on a really great opportunity. So now you're a little frustrated and disappointed. Or maybe you went somewhere really fun and you went in to do whatever it is you wanted to do, and when you got there, you found out that you didn't bring something you needed, like maybe you needed waiver forms signed by your parents, and you didn't know you needed that, and so you didn't bring one, so you don't get to do whatever it is you plan to do. That's why you're here today. We don't want you to miss out on an opportunity because you didn't know about it, or you didn't do whatever it is you needed to do, like take a prerequisite class or something like that. You didn't know about it, and because of that, you don't get to take advantage of all the things we have here. So today we want to give you an opportunity to learn a little bit about and understand all the amazing things that we have at Minico, so you don't end up saying, oh, I wish I would have, because now you can.
Hi.
I'm Mrs. Gordon, and I'm going to be in charge of the student council next year. I'll be the advisor for student council. You have to be elected to be involved in student council, and at Minico, we have started our election process already, but if you are interested in participating, we still need some good people, so come and see me or see Mrs. Smith, and we'll get you hooked up with the paperwork that you needed. If you're attending a middle school, then look for the dates and the information that'll be coming to your school soon. So in student council, we organize and plan the assemblies, the dances, the homecoming, and we get to decorate for all of those things. Each class is in charge of a dance of their own that they get to plan and prepare for, and they kind of use that as a fundraiser to help with money that you'll need as you go throughout high school. And so if you have some really good ideas and you think you're interested in participating in that, come and find me and we'll get you hooked up. Thanks.
I'm Ms. Smith, and I teach the dual credit advanced speech class. And for a lot of you, that's in the future, but we want you to know about these because in order to take a dual credit class, you've got to have good study habits and you've got to have good grades because they're college classes, and so you want to be prepared for that. So if you're old enough to take them next year, that's one of the classes you might want to look into. Taking it here keeps you from taking it in a huge auditorium with a lot of people you don't know. And for you that are not old enough yet, just be keeping in mind there are things you can do so that you can be successful and take these dual credit classes.
Good morning. I'm Mrs. Cameron. I teach the computer maintenance courses and web page design. So if you like taking things apart, putting them back together, or you have an artistic mind, and maybe someday you want to make $200,000 a year just tweeting stuff for a sports team, you're going to learn all about social media too. We're also starting our Gamers Club. We are getting into esports, so if anybody's interested, stay tuned for more on that. So I hope to see you guys on Monday and next year. Thank you.
Mr. Barker, this is Mrs. Andrew. We do the marching band and color guard. Marching band is first semester, first hour. It's the group that you see play at football games. We also do marching competitions away at the during October and September.
Guard is with the marching band. This is the flags on the field with the marching band. You do not have to have any prior knowledge or experience. We will teach you that. Is also combined first hour with marching band.
Jazz band is second semester during 0 hour, and concert band is first hour, second semester.
Orchestra, we have 3 orchestras at the high school. We have a freshman-only orchestra, a 10th through 12th grade non-auditioned orchestra, and our audition chamber orchestra through 9th through 12th grade.
There's also a guitar. Okay guys, some of you may know me, some of you are unfortunate to not know me, but I'm Mr. Van Every. If you go out this hall here and you just go out the door and you go straight, that's room 143, that's my room. And I teach, we cover residential construction and cabinet making. So if you came, it's your first year, you're going to take cabinet making, which we make a nightstand, get you introduced to the tools, and then after that, you keep going and you can make cool stuff. Like Mr. Brown, the teacher before me, he made that on the CNC. So we do really cool stuff with some awesome machinery. And then ultimately, I would like you to stay in my class. And in the advanced 3 and 4, our program is built to make something really big, which right now we're making a tiny house. So there's only a few of you that are involved in that, but it's been really exciting. So if you've not seen the tiny house, when you leave the school today, this is parked on the east side or the west side of the school. We're raffling that. And when you take this class, you're going to learn how to build everything from the ground up. So when you grow up, you girls, you can tell your husbands how to build a tiny house or a shed, and you guys can build a shed for your wife. So that's my program. Please come. It's a good time.
I'm Mr. Kent. I teach the pre-engineering and drafting programs. So if you're interested in things with the realm of design, if you want to start designing parts, pieces, things that you can laser cut, things that you can 3D print, the electronics and robotics that go with it, my classes are the ones that you want to sign up for with your electives. They help support a lot that you're doing in your math curriculum. They help give you a direction of where you're going to use that math that you've been learning and struggling through. We do design on AutoCAD. We're going to work towards getting you guys industry-level certifications in AutoCAD products, in Adobe products, as well as 3D design, 3D printing. And then some of the tools that we learn to work with translates to some of our other shops. So like in Mr. Van Avery's wood shop with his CNC-controlled machines, we can do programming and designs that you can take and make in his shop, and things in Mr. Bird's shop. So if you're interested in the pre-design program for engineering, come see us.
Yeah. Good morning, Minico. My name is Mr. Tate. I teach the diesel technology program. We also have a 0-hour and intro to auto body classes. We have level 1 diesel technology where you learn some basic safety and some basic tools to prepare you for the next level. In Tech 2, we deal with basic engines, brakes, steering, suspension on equipment and trucks. Diesel Tech Level 3 is project-based, and we take the skills that we learn in 1 and 2 and apply them in real-world projects. In auto body, we learn a little bit about body, sheet metal straightening, and doing body and collision work, and talk about the industry. So we try to help you link some of your academic skills with technical skills so you can better understand it. So that's just a little bit about what we do. Come out and see what we do, but also choose some things outside of your comfort zone today too, when you guys choose. Like I said, explore some of those opportunities you never thought you'd look at. Thank you guys.
Good morning, I'm Mr. Baird. I'm also representing Mr. Hicks, but he's watching my class because I have a lot of other classes right now. In my department, we have a lot of art classes, a lot of different directions you can go. You could say you could build your skills tree. We have a lot of different kind of classes going through drawing, painting, and ceramics. But I want you to pay attention to what the prerequisites are, because I can't have you taking, well, in math, you wouldn't take calculus before geometry. You wouldn't pass very well. So make sure that you sign up for basic art, then drawing, then face and figure, and then advanced illustration. Or basic art, basic painting, watercolor, advanced painting, ceramics, advanced ceramics, sculpture, make sure that you take the prerequisites to build yourself up to it. There's a lot of fun avenues to go in, and sign up for some art. See you Monday.
I'm Mr. Bird, I'm representing the agriculture. So we have a lot of really awesome things going in our agriculture education program. We are one of the largest agriculture programs in our area, and just so everybody knows, our livestock team beats Burley. Yeah! All right, there you go. All right, so I just want you guys to know we have a lot of awesome opportunities you may not think about that will actually work for electives inside to help you graduate, okay? We offer an agriculture speech, which will get you your speech credit. We offer an ag leadership program. We also offer multiple science programs that will help you with your elective science credits. And we also have an econ program. So you can come and take our econ classes in agriculture, learn kind of a different take on the thing, and still get your credits for graduation. All right, also not to mention, we have a welding program that is wicked awesome, right? Yeah! Right. So, look at agriculture. It's not just farm, not just cows, not just plows. It's awesome opportunities, and it will help you get credits to graduate. Thank you.
Go in! Go! Make Kobe go next! Even better.
I did not hear a ton of cheering. That was a little better.
You're hot!
I am Mrs. Nelson and I teach aerobics. We do a variety of workouts with light weights or no weights at all. And that's about it.
Well, you already know our names. I'm Minico, this is Hoey. We do weights and PE. As far as our weights classes, we have intro weights, we have a girls' weights class, we have advanced weights classes also. If this is your first time taking a weights class, you would have to take the intro class first. Coach Jones teaches that. He's also always teaching, so you would have to take that. If you are interested in, if you're an athlete or just wanting to get in shape, weights classes are a great way for you. So hopefully we see you on Monday.
Plus with our classes, it's a good way to give you a little bit of a break from the rigors of the rest of the day. You know, you can go blow some steam off. We play a lot of fun games like lacrosse, flag football, softball when the weather gets better. And we also teach life sports, which you have to be a senior to take, but also another very fun class. So we look forward to seeing you all on Monday.
Here at Minico High School, and I teach the Education Assistant Program. In order to be involved in that program, you have to take Parenting and Child Development, which you can take as a sophomore. In my program, you get to learn how to work with children in elementary school. I also teach an adult living class, interior design, and teen living.
So I'm Mrs. Stevenson, also a family consumer science teacher. I teach a lot of I teach the foods classes. So nutrition and foods, intro to culinary, and then advanced culinary. And next year there is going to be more of a look and making sure that you are taking the classes in order. because you cannot take advanced culinary first, because there are skills and techniques that you will need to learn in prior to that. So you'll have to start with nutrition and foods, and then intro to culinary, and then you can be in the advanced culinary class. Because the advanced culinary class, we focus more on the technical skills, a little bit more of how things work in the food industry, and hopefully at the end of the program, if you are interested in going into the culinary world, then we will introduce you to different programs throughout the state and different things that you can do in the culinary industry. I also do fashion and textiles.
Hey, I'm Coach Barnes. I know some of you bonus points. We have a lot of elective opportunities for you as juniors and seniors in the science department. We have chemistry, earth science, forensic science, astronomy and anatomy and physiology. Right now we have earth science you can also take for dual credit, astronomy for dual credit, and we're hoping that maybe this next fall or the fall after that we'll have forensic science for dual credit also.
Hey guys, I'm Mrs. Garner. I get to teach forensic science. For those of you who are not sure about what that is, it's crime scene investigation. So we play around with blood spatter and take fingerprints. Oh, it's cool. Yes. Anyway, before you can take forensic science or chemistry or anatomy and physiology, you have to take your biology and your physical science. So as freshmen, you took physical science, sophomores, biology. Now you get to choose the fun classes. So check out everything on Monday and decide which one is right for you. If you like a little bit of murder and mystery, then forensics is where you want to be.
Work as a college and career counselor here at Minico High School. I'm really excited to let you guys know that we are going to be going to Bridgerland, to the College of Western Idaho, Salt Lake City Collision Transportation Fair, ISU Expo Days. So any of you who are thinking about technical programs, those are the 2-year programs, please come and visit us. We have a lot to talk to you about. If you are interested in taking online courses through Idaho Digital Learning Alliance, I will let you know what classes are available. You guys can start taking them. They can start taking them in the middle school, so everybody sitting in here has the option of taking online courses. As well as I help students that are doing and taking dual credit courses, some of the courses that these teachers have talked about. Just as an FYI, did you guys know that if you get your associate's degree while you're here in high school, you are saving $19,500. So instead of doing it after high school, you can take some of those courses while you're here in high school. You can also get what's called your academic certificate, which is just the general education requirements. So if you come to my session, those are things that we're going to be talking about. I look forward to seeing you guys on Monday.
Good morning. My name is Cody Gregerson, and I am a registered nurse. And so what I teach here at the school is I teach 3 different college classes. Okay, so if you're in my classes, you have to be serious. We learn. The first class we teach is health occupations, where we explore different careers in the health field. Okay, so anything from a vet tech, if you're thinking of forensic science, these are classes that you need to have those positions. Okay, we learn about anesthesiologists, different RNs, LPNs, anything like that. The next class I teach is medical terminology, and basically this is a different language. How many of you have been into a doctor's office and not understood a word that they said? Right? Okay. So in this class, I teach you how to break the words apart, and so you're able to understand what they're talking about. I'm a nursing assistant. With this, you can actually get a certificate and you can work, okay? And not for minimum wage, right? Out of high school, that's a pretty big deal. So these are, once again, college classes, and my name's Cody Gregerson.
Hey, good morning. So I'm Mr. Collier, and I teach the choir classes. And if you're already in the choir, we'd love to have you the next year. For those of you, though, that are out there, I know that there are some of you out there that are shower singers, and when you get in your car, you crank it up and you turn it up. If you've ever wondered how good you could really be, you are welcome to come. My job is to teach you how to sing, and how to sing better. The first year's a blast, the second and third years are even more fun. So if you'd like to learn how to sing, or if you want to learn how to sing better, I'd love to see you on Monday. And then we'll see all of you next Thursday as we get you out of class for The Little Mermaid. So tickets on sale Monday. Bye.
And with the pathway, you've heard some of the teachers come up here and talk about their intro class, their intermediate class, and then their advanced class. Well, by participating in those 3 types of classes, you are being able to qualify for co-op. Co-op is a program where you are going to be able to leave during 7th hour or 6th and 7th hour to go to a job. You have to have the job, but so just keep that in mind as you are going through and picking out these programs. I also teach the business digital communications, and that is where you can go from being an art media designer to graphic design. So there's a lot of different careers in there, and those careers run anywhere from about $50,000 a year up to over $100,000 a year. So when you're thinking about what you want to do, keep all of your CTE programs in mind, because they will help you to have better jobs outside of school and not like, well, just like Mrs. Gregerson said, not minimum wage jobs. So they will help you to pay for higher education. So again, come see me on Monday. I will be in room 122.
What's up, everybody? All right, so I'm Mr. Ryan. I teach photography and broadcast technology classes over in the business hall. And just a quick question: who wants to be Instagram famous? Who wants to be a YouTuber? A couple people. Okay, so just so you know, you have to know how to take pictures, and you have to know how to make videos, good videos. Okay, if you want to be successful. So I teach all those classes, and I just want to let you know, those aren't the only jobs in those fields. TV, movies, all that, they all kind of fall into that row. If you want to learn more about it, join me Monday. I hope I see you, and yeah, have a good rest of the day.
I'm Tim, but you can call me Mr. Buchanan. I'm in the business department, but I also do public policy and personal finance. We do have the pathways. I want to do kind of a call out to the teachers, especially in sciences and CTE, the importance to learn a trade, to do hard things, to get an education, healthcare professions. Does anybody know what the Dow Jones Industrial Average is? Okay, it is the primary stock market. It's the older stock market. It takes an index of 30 companies. In the last 4 days, it has fallen almost 3,000 points, which means that about $1.5 trillion has been vanished off the planet. That ought to scare you. And what this means is, okay, can I have all eyes up here, because I'm not trying to go gloom and doom. But you guys are already at a point in life where you need to start being competitive. In about 8 hours, there's going to be about 500 kids your age waking up in Shenzhen, China, that want the same things you do. And they're going to be competing for the same things you have. In about 12 hours, there's another 500,000 kids that will be waking up in Hyderabad, India, where the biggest Amazon office building is opening up this week. They want the same things you do, and they are going to be competing with you. You need to get yourself to a point where you are employable and you are nimble in that employability. And that's what we talk about the personal finance class. We talk about areas where you can train yourself to be nimble and viable in a world economy, not just a Magic Valley economy, not just a mini Casio economy. These are things that we have to think about. And oh, by the way, what happens with AI and some of those things. My personal finance class is dual credit with College of Southern Idaho. I also do a government class that's a dual credit, as well as intro to Microsoft Office products. I'm going to end this. My oldest son, Garrett, is about to go junior status in civil engineering at Boise State University. And he has got a goal by the time that he's 25 that he wants to have a Tesla Cybertruck. And he's on track to earn that. And it will be earned. And I'm not saying this that I think Garrett's anything special, but he's pretty damn special. You know, as all my kids are. But guess what? Every one of you are. Every one of you can attain great things. But you've got to challenge yourself to do hard things, and it's by replicatable behaviors. It's getting up, it's taking the right classes, it's listening to your teachers, it's buying into the message that they give you, and that's how you will compete in this economy. And I'm not meaning to be give you a negative message. This is a reality check. You guys have got to look at these classes, and you got to be smart with your education. Thank you.
Mrs. Flores, and I'm here to talk a little bit about Spanish, and I teach a lot of the Spanish classes here, but just make sure you guys take them in order. I do teach 4 Spanish dual credit classes, and those could earn you 60 credits of college credit. The only thing is, Spanish 3A and 3B, you guys would have to pay a lab that's $150 or $160 around there, because that's what you have to do in college classes. I have no control over that. But paying that amount of money compared to maybe paying $1,200 for each one of the 4, that would be a lot of money. So you would save a lot of money here. So just consider coming over on Monday and see the kinds of things that we learned over in Spanish classes, culture, and how the language works in Spanish. And if you start one language, it jumps into other languages and helps you with other languages, and it opens up a lot of doors for other things around the world now that we're being more global. So come join me on Monday, and hopefully I'll see you there.
All right, thanks for your attention. We have a couple of things. If you want to get your paper out and a pencil or pen and make a note of this. If you are going to choose to go to Hoey and Letty's class, it's going to be in the weight room. So make that change on your paper. So when you're filling out your little schedule for Monday, you'll know that you go to the weight room. And then you should have been emailed a link that you go to choose the 6 classes to outside of your comfort zone, please. And try to do that, well, not try. Take care of that before lunch, because then we're going to run them and do rosters so you'll know which classes you're in. And then last thing is, if you borrowed a pencil, please, as you're leaving the door, return it so we have it when we need them. Thank you. You'll be going back to your